Welcome back, everyone. This is Thomas, Triple T Tie, with another new bullish crypto analysis. Before we dig in, if this video adds value for you, feel free to like, ring my bell, hit subscribe, and leave a comment. Let's dig in and take a look at the market. This is the crypto market today. We got BTC, ETH, BNB, AVAX, Uni, and a couple other ones in the green, but we also have a lot of reds as well. Little mix there. Let's take a look at the stock market. Overall, pretty much mostly red, predominantly red. We got Microsoft, Nvidia, AMD, Apple, a few, excuse me, a few in the technology sector. Oh, actually, a bunch, especially in this area right here. Um, Software, infrastructure, semiconductors, and consumer electronics. They're red. Communication services are mostly red. Amazon, it's got a nice 2.83% increase. Tesla, 2.71. Disney, Netflix are up. Credit services are mostly green. Other than that, it's mostly red everywhere else. Energy is very red. So let's dive in and take a look at the market on TradingView 30-minute time frame, covering about a week's worth of information here. We have Bitcoin on top on all three columns. First column is the U.S. market. Middle column is the European market and also stocks, STOXX 600. 600 companies across 7 countries. In the far right, we have the Asian and Australian market. You can see Bitcoin here over the weekend has been pretty much choppy. Went down slightly here and then went back. It's recovering, but still trading within a range. It's currently sitting at 42.5, which is still lower than in the last several days here. 3 days, 2 days. Nasdaq, it opened lower than last week. It's a downtrend here. Currently, after the market opened today, it went slightly up, and then it's back down to near where it opened. The S&P 500, similar, went down since last week, and is trending similar to the Nasdaq. Open down, open and then went down, went up, and then just pretty much sideways. The Dow, same thing, trending down. It did have a little peak after it opened. It went down and then up. Now it's still up, but it's pretty much down as an overall average trend. The Dixie has been trending up, as you can see here. It's currently sitting at 96.3 roughly. If the negative correlation with the Dixie and the Bitcoin is not currently holding, you can see that they both trended up in almost the last 24 hours. Bitcoin went up, Dixie went up. They tend to have a negative correlation, so more than likely that negative correlation will return shortly. The Nasdaq and Bitcoin, their positive correlation, this is it's hard to tell based on this. This not at least after the market opened today. There is the positive correlation, but it's so tiny. It went up and then down, went up and then down. So for today, it's there, but over the weekend, since the market wasn't open, it's hard to tell there. But it did follow here, on this day here, which is the 10th, and part of the 11th. The positive correlation still held. Bitcoin went down, up, down. Nasdaq went down, down. Not a lot of up there. I have allergy. Sorry. All right, let's. I'm gonna get myself out of the way here. Let's take a look at the other. So we got Dixie down. The U.S. Treasury 10-year bonds. It went down in the last almost 12 hours, and then went up just before the market opened, and it's currently going down. This spike up here, that's a pretty big spike. It's currently sitting at roughly 2.0. So that's could signal more risk off movements. In the middle, we have again Bitcoin on top. We have the UK 100. Bitcoin and UK 100 have been positively correlating for like over a week, but they're no longer correlating. Bitcoin went up, the UK 100 index went down, and it's been choppy. The DAX over in Germany, you can see it's trending down since last week. Same thing with UK 100. This is trending down. The DAX DAX from Germany is trending down, though it's showing slight recovery here, but it's still below last week. The CAC index from France trending down slowly over the last over the last several days. It's shown some kind of recovery here, but mostly sideways still after the slight tiny recovery. The the stocks STOXX 600, it's trending down and then it's recovering. So very similar to the European market on the stock 600, down and then slightly recovery, but still below last week's highs. Over in the Asian market and Australian market, here we have the Australian market right here, pretty much sideways, still below last week's high. The Nikkei index is trending down, dropped at the market opening and went slightly up, but pretty much kind of like going sideways. But overall, down on from last week. Same thing with the KOSPI. That is trending down overall and doing sideways pretty much. Same thing with the Hang Seng Hong Kong index, trending down, a little bit of recovery, but went back down. So overall, to summarize, stock market, it's been down since last week and continue trend down. There's slight sign of recovery, but not big enough to make a dent at all. So yeah, down market. They're probably worried about. Oops, hang on a second here. That didn't work. Get this in here. Yeah, more than likely they're worried about the market is worried about the Ukraine inflation. I mean Ukraine. My mind's not here. The Ukraine invasion, potential invasion from Russia. Russia's now got 130,000 troops lined up on the border, and it's continued to grow. And diplomacy hasn't gotten any traction, and so they're still working on that. And the Fed's emergency meeting today to discuss the probably inflation issues with the recent 7.5 CPI print and what they're going to do come this March. So all that's still hanging in the air. There's a lot of unknown, and that makes the market very can make the market volatile, and it's currently trending down. But Bitcoin is still within a range, so we'll monitor it and see what happens. Appreciate your time, and again, if you found value in this content, feel free to click like, ring my bell, hit subscribe, and leave a comment. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you later in another video today. Peace.